It's a perfect marriage. John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Here's why it's a perfect marriage. The Ravens have always had a little chip on their shoulder about the Steelers and all those trophies, getting all the love in their division. And John Harbaugh got a little chip on his shoulder. The Harbaughs do, nearly fired. And Lamar Jackson is constantly quieting the critics. It is a perfect marriage. And here came flashy and fun and warm weather in Miami, and they had a bullseye on them for almost 4 hours. You know, there are certain debates I'm just not going to get involved in. Like vaccines worked, and they saved millions of older Americans. I'm not going to argue with you. California's not the worst place to live. I've been here 8 years. It's nice. And Tom Cruise, little wacky with Scientology, dude can act. He does a movie, they're always good. And Lamar Jackson's really special. This he can't pass nonsense, give me a break. Yesterday, he had a perfect passer rating. He's done that 3 times. You know how many times Mahomes has had a perfect passer rating? 0. No current player equals Lamar Jackson in perfect passer rating days. Dude can pass, and yes, Tom Cruise can act. Add to that his mobility, his competitiveness, his dominance on the field, and it looks like he's going half speed. His toughness. They score 10.5 points more when he plays than when he doesn't. And that number is significant. That's the number Vegas odds makers felt that Aaron Rodgers was worth in his prime. 10 and 11 points a game. 10.5, 11 points a game. When Rodgers was the most talented quarterback in this league. And that was considered like, 4 to 5 points more than even good quarterbacks. That's where Lamar is. Yeah, I didn't know what he was going to be out of college. I had my doubts. Skinny kid who ran a lot. By the way, so did everybody in the NFL. That's why most of the first round passed on him. 80% of quarterbacks who were drafted, round 1 through 7, don't work. Over half the first round quarterbacks don't work. The quarterbacks drafted above him in the draft didn't work. I know, you internet sleuths and geniuses. You knew from the very beginning. Nobody else did. Nobody thought this is what you were going to have. The most dominating player in the league, going to win his second MVP. It's just stubborn and stupid, though. Even if you didn't know what he was going to be, if you're still not acknowledging he's great. He wins 80% of his games. He's worth 10 to 11 points per game. You saw him against San Francisco and Miami dismantle those defenses. Literally, people don't know how to defend him. Do you pass rush him? Good luck blitzing him. Yesterday on the blitz, he was money. He's missing a Pro Bowl tight end. Both of his top 2 running backs. His offensive line, including his Pro Bowl left tackle, has missed time this year. His best receiver is a 5'9" rookie who sometimes gets the drops. And they're going to be the number 1 seed in the better conference. In a great division. The guy is magic. W-O-W. Watch the Niners. They were terrified of him. Watch the Dolphins. They don't have an answer for him. And yesterday was classic Lamar. This idea he can't pass. Listen, it's okay to make mistakes. You don't need to own the internet every day. But you got to admit when you're wrong. Like with Lamar, I had no idea what it would look like. But by year 2, I was like, yeah, what was I saying? He throws a lot better than people think. And the Ravens have been physically banged up all year. And he just overcomes it. Not overcomes it, blows out the Niners, blows out the Dolphins, blows out Detroit earlier this year, blows out Seattle, beats a red-hot Rams team. Way to go, Lamar, again. So it seems almost improbable. Took Denver forever to replace Elway. They had to go to the market and buy somebody, Peyton Manning. It's taken Miami ever to replace Marino. Finally, Tua, Mike McDaniel connect. Nobody has a great quarterback and then another great quarterback and then another great quarterback in succession. The league doesn't work that way, except in Green Bay. Favre, Hall of Famer. Rodgers, great. I don't know if Jordan Love's a Hall of Famer, but we have to admit now, he is the quarterback of the future for Green Bay. They do it different in Green Bay. They draft him, they sit him, they develop him, they give him an offensive coach. Let it bake. It pushes back on the conventional NFL methods, which is draft them, play them early, see if they've got it, bunch of mistakes, live through it, coaches get fired. If it doesn't work, Get rid of them, draft another quarterback. NFL not for long. That's the rest of the league. Green Bay goes the other way. We're going to waste 3 years of that rookie salary. We don't care. We got to get it right. And Green Bay is very unique to begin with. They don't have an owner. They have a stadium right in the middle of a neighborhood. They don't get top free agents. They bizarrely rarely draft offensive players in the first round, but always have great offenses. It's very unique. I don't know how great he's going to be. He can still be erratic. But this is what I've been saying all year about Justin Fields and Jordan Love. So much of young quarterback play in this league is, what is your support system? Justin Fields has way more to overcome. An old, out-of-touch owner, shaky front office, initially a bad O-line, a defensive coach. Green Bay just does it right. And I'm not saying Favre wouldn't have succeeded, but he was down in Atlanta. And I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have succeeded without Green Bay, but he was a junior college guy, can be a little prickly. He had talent, but so do lots of guys. But there is something about the methodology of what Green Bay does. They don't rush it. They don't have a biting, acerbic media on their butt. They draft, they develop, they sit them, they waste some early salary cap years, and then when they put them out there, Aaron Rodgers a little shaky at first, but then, wow, Jordan Love really shaky at first, and then, wow. He's got 4 good, twitchy young receivers, 2 excellent young tight ends, a good offensive coach, and the Packers' O-lines are always stable. In fact, this morning, and we looked it up, the most touchdowns ever by first and second-year players ever on this Green Bay team. So they're the youngest team in the league. They're all growing together, and where Aaron was older, he was like the old front man of the band, and he didn't want a young guitar player. Like he didn't want a young drummer. Like he was like, nah, this isn't going to work. By the way, Brady doesn't like a lot of young guys. LeBron doesn't like playing with young guys. A lot of the legends, they get to mid-30s and up. They don't want to be teachers. They don't want to be mentors. They want to win games. Aaron wasn't really that particularly interested in working with young guys. So Jordan Love generationally was a great fit. He can make mistakes with the guys. Same music, same tech, same lifestyle, same age. It just fits better. And if you look at the numbers, there is no denying it. Same passer rating. First season as a starter. Passer rating, Jordan Love 93.8, Rodgers 93.8. Completion percentage identical. TD to interceptions virtually identical. Now the rules now are more offensive leaning, but Aaron inherited a team out of an NFC championship. Jordan Love is inheriting the youngest roster in the league with a bunch of rookie and second-year tight ends and receivers. Patience, development. He was bad in October. Like I was like, this doesn't work. This is bad. But that's the difference in Chicago, where they can't get quarterback right, and in Green Bay, where they seemingly always get quarterback right. Offensive coach, good receiver drafts, patient, develop, not forced to play right away, doesn't get beat up physically, doesn't get beat up emotionally. If you put Justin Fields in Green Bay and you put Jordan Love in Chicago, I don't know this to be true, but it wouldn't shock me if their careers were reversed. If now Jordan Love, people were saying, draft Caleb Williams. And Justin Fields, everybody was saying he had to sit for a long time, but that guy's really good. Could that be the case? I don't think it's crazy. Justin Fields, to me, got a big whip, got a big arm, moves really well, can be more spectacular. But support systems are so important for almost all these quarterbacks. And Green Bay does quarterback right. We said it months ago. We say it again. If Jordan Love was going to work, Green Bay would squeeze every ounce of talent out of him. This is what they do. 3 in a row. Took Denver forever to replace Elway. Miami ever for Marino. Green Bay's like, by the way, in 3 years, maybe 4, they'll be drafting another quarterback. And he won't play for 3 years. And guys like me will doubt him. He'll probably be 4 in a row because it's what they do well, perpetually and consistently. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.